This is Flamingo the God back here, showing you another deck. This is Springboxes, or just level 1, because it uses level 1 monsters as well as part of the Springbox archetype. And this deck actually has the mascot for my game, so I will show you that when it comes up. The location is Spring Fortress, 2 energy, 20 life, location, starting hand 4. Once per turn, summon 1 Springbox token, colorless type, 2 attack, and 1 attack, or 2 life, 1 attack, but they can't block. And then here's the Springbox token. Looks pretty cool. And then this is the mascot for my game, because we're going to get right into the actual deck, starting off with the monsters. This is the mascot for my game. This is Springbox Soldier. Once per turn, summon 1 level 1 monster from your casting zone, but it can't attack. And a lot of these monsters have 2/1 stats. Most of them do, except for like the fusions. Springbox Lizard. Once per turn, add 1 card with Spring in its name from your deck to your hand. Spring Vulture. Once per turn, shuffle 1 level 1 monster from your casting zone into your deck. Box Soldier. If this card is special summoned, summon 1 level 1 monster from your hand. Space Penguin. When this card leaves the field, draw 2 cards, then discard 1 card. Box Lizard. Once per turn, discard 1 card, summon 1 level 1 monster from your hand or deck to the field, but destroy it at the end of the turn. Box Cobra. Once per turn, add 1 box monster from your deck to your hand, but you can't summon it this turn. Box Dragon. Once per turn, draw 1 card and reveal it. If it's a monster, or if it's a level 1 monster, draw 1 more card. So, Fusion Fly. When this card is summoned, add 1 fusion monster from your deck or casting zone to your hand. This is the only one that's not a 2/1. This is Springbox Goblin. If you control another Springbox monster, this card can make a second attack each turn. Winged Watcher. When this card leaves the field, look at your opponent's hand and destroy 1 monster in their hand. Spring Wasp. If you control a Spring Fusion monster, this card can attack directly. Resource Finder. When this card is summoned, add 1 ability card from your deck to your hand. This is just a really good card in any deck, but some decks say you can only, have certain things, and he's just a really good card in any deck, so it's kind of like a staple, I guess. Horned Watcher. When this card leaves the field, look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, then destroy 1 card from among them, then shuffle the rest. And that's it for the actual level 1s. Now we get into the fusions. Springbox Cobra Fusion, 2 level 1 monsters, 4/4. Once per turn, summon a level 4 monster from your hand or summon a level 1 monster from your hand or cast it onto the field, then discard 1 card. He looks really cool. I really like his art. Springbox Hydra, 3 spring monsters. Once per turn, equip this card with a spring monster from your casting zone, max 2. This card gains the effect of that card. So, yeah, he looks pretty cool. Then we got, this is kind of like the deck's boss monster, or secondary boss monster. Springbox Dragon, 2 monsters with the same life, 5/5, and he gains 1 attack for every monster you control. If this would leave the field, you contribute 1 monster you control instead. This card would take no damage. Looks pretty cool. I like him. And then the true boss monster, which is literally just an evolution to Springbox Dragon, is Neo Springbox Dragon. This one is a fusion, requires Springbox Dragon and a level 1 monster. He's a 6/6, and he gains 1 attack for each level 1 monster in your casket zone. This card takes no battle damage while you control a level 1 monster. Looks pretty cool. I like him. For the ability cards, Spring Capture. Take control of a monster your opponent controls until the end of the turn. Level Barrier. Your opponent can't block level 1 monsters this turn. All level 1 monsters take no damage this turn. Play during other player's turn. Spring Fusion. Fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your hand or casting zone by shuffling materials listed on it from your casting zone back into the deck. Springs of Life. Gain 1 life for every 2 monsters on a field. If your life is below 5, gain 2 life for every monster on the field instead. Spring Knockout. When your opponent attacks, destroy the attacking monster and the attack is negated. Play during the other player's turn. Spring Punch. Destroy 1 monster your opponent controls that has the lowest original attack. Your choice if tied. Monster Draw. If your opponent controls more monsters than you, draw cards equals a difference plus 1, then discard 1 card. 1-drop. Summon 1 level 1 monster from your deck or cast it onto the field, but they can't attack this turn. Spring Trap. Destroy 1 monster on the field and your opponent takes damage equal to its attack. Triple Spring Trap. Destroy 1 monster on the field and 1 card in your opponent's hand, and your opponent takes 2 damage for each monster destroyed. Spring Destruction. If you control Springbox Dragon, destroy 2 cards on the field and 1 card in your opponent's hand. Hand is chosen at random. Spring Draw, which is the last card for this deck. Shuffle 2 cards from your casting zone into your deck, then draw 1 card. Once per turn, if this card is in your casting zone, you can shuffle it into the deck. And that's it for that archetype. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Stay tuned, because like I said, we got more. Next one is Chaos City, which is like superheroes. They look really cool. So stay tuned.